Hi, welcome. Today I'm doing day 2 of Fall in Love with Your Home in the Fall. This is my living room. It's very basic, very minimal. We're in the process of updating our home, so right now it's very bare, very empty. The dogs use it a lot to play in, so there's a lot of stuff on the ground that just needs to get picked up and cleaned up. So I'm just going to do a quick video of tidying this up. I'm hoping to keep it under half an hour because I just need to get on with the rest of my day, and hopefully by the end of the video everything will be wonderful and beautiful. So without further ado, let's get cleaning. I have my garbage bag here, and I'm just going to find the random stuff that my dogs have ruined or whatever and just put it aside. A lot of this is just paper stuff that I've been holding on to that I don't really need anymore. Some of it I do need, which is why it needs to be gone through. Okay. And I have a filing cabinet, or a filing cabinet where I can put all my papers in, which I'm going to do tonight because that is important. Let's see. That doesn't belong here. Sleep is falling down. One of the hardest things about cleaning and decluttering is remaining consistent and making sure that when you're finished with the task, you actually complete it. So yesterday, after I cleaned out the sunroom, I did take care of the 2 big piles that I had, and I put everything away. That way, it's like it never happened at all. There's no mess after you clean it. So that's something you need to take into consideration when you are, taking on a project, is you actually have time to complete it, or if you only have a few minutes, that you don't make the mess worse than what it initially was. This is something that I use frequently. It was just a dollar store bin, and I keep my pens in it. I was debating whether or not I wanted to keep it, but I do because I still get use out of it. But it's one of those things that's just always ends up on the floor, and I just need to be better at putting it away. So that's one of the things that I was figuring out, is finding a place, a home for all of your stuff. So I have a little dish in my kitchen where I put my rings when I go to do dishes, or I'll take off my earrings, and that's just where I keep my jewelry. That is just a really safe place for me to keep them, and I just need to move all my jewelry there, because if it's not there, then I'm not going to wear it. So finding a home for the things that you actually use and want to keep. Again, here are some tools. A home that just haven't been put in their home. Now normally when I'm doing stuff, I'll use a timer, but because I have a limited time frame, I can just keep track with my watch. I know what time I have to stop, and whatever I don't accomplish in that time, that is fine by me. Go. yes, my light is up here just because so it's off the floor. Love that light. I think I got it on Amazon for $80, but it's really cool. It has a little click feature. Love this thing, and it's easy to clean. It's very bright, and it has a very small footprint, which I appreciate. Okay, so we just switched out our old curtains, so we have our winter curtains up. So now the summer, spring ones need to go put away, which is why I moved that. This is something my husband and I decided that we were going to donate. So old speakers, so I'm going to go put those out here. Clean enough. Now there are some who make their own homemade household products and cleaners. I've done that in the past. It was wonderful when my kids were little. My kids are a little bit older, so I just use Myers for those of you who are interested. I like the scent. It works well. I do go back to vinegar and water, or sometimes I'll actually use vodka for windows, mirrors. It's streak free, and it's technically all natural, so I like that. Those are typically the cleaning products that I use. No. Just working on cleaning up this stuff. Do we need this blue thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
To charge it for my.
Cynthia, we're here. Okay, so it's not too bad over here, just I have some stuff under the desk or under the table that needs to get picked up. So right now I'm just picking up anything worth keeping, I'm putting back on my desk or on the table, just so that I can go through it again after it's been picked up off the floor. I have a couple masks that need to get washed. And then electronics, cords. I have this little basket. I have a few little baskets where I put that stuff. That way my husband can go through it on his time. Because I'm sure most of the stuff he wants to keep. Oh, sorry for the noise. There we go. That's some more beer equipment that can be taken out to the garage. That's one thing that has been proving helpful, is keeping everything where it belongs and finding a home for it. So when I was decluttering the sunroom, there was a lot of beer stuff that was just sitting waiting to go to its permanent home. So a little beer thing that I have for testing, I think, clarity or sugars, alcohol content. I don't know. I don't brew beer. But it's a little gauge that measures stuff. That can go out with my husband's beer stuff. Easy to do, just you put it off. It's always something that is like, oh, I'll get to that later. Get to that later. Oh, it's just a little thing. And then the little thing just floats around the home, causing needless stress and anxiety or dread. Very much like these cables. So we'll definitely have to go through these together. Okay, got some colored pencils. No, markers. I have markers. Those there. Oops, dropped one. Okay, so my husband likes incense. I don't mind them, like I do like them, but they were falling all over the place. So I keep all my candles and stuff in the kitchen. So that will be its permanent home when not in use. Okay, a few more cords and dangly doodads. Okay, so now I have my floor pretty much done. There's this whole line of clutter, which I will get to. But right now I just need to sweep my floors. Actually, these things can go put away. Another mask. something else that's just kind of been collecting is, since the pandemic started, we have tripods, lots of tripods. I don't know what to do with them, they're just hanging around. So I will go put them in the sunroom and hopefully my husband will find a place to put them because they're not being in use. Actually, more cords. So if you haven't noticed, my husband is a tech guy. How are we on time? Okay. So he's a tech guy. He likes his technology. He likes gadgets. He likes finding out what works for him, what doesn't. We're working on creating a space for the things that he's not using so that it doesn't have to remain in the home. So that's a conversation that we just had recently. If you have any suggestions, let us know. Okay, dog blanket. Can we wash that? It's a Monday, right? Monday laundry day. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now, I mentioned this, but it is our curtains. This does have a home. It's upstairs in our closet. So I'm going to put that right here because I know where that belongs. A couple things here that we don't need. Let's see. Broken printer. Okay, now I can actually start working on this. I didn't think that I'd get a chance to, but it looks like I do. This is a cereal box. My pups got a hold of it, but the cereal's still intact. So what I'll do is I will declutter the box, put the cereal away. Okay, jacket. Nothing will put away. I have discovered, I took a little test today to find out what Clutterbug I was. I've done the test a few times over the last couple months and it changes every time because my organizing style has changed. I've discovered stuff about myself. But after the research and development that I've done for myself, I've discovered that I'm a ladybug. Lids don't work for me. That's why this one is broken and not in use, just because it came from the dollar store, the bin and the lid included. I don't use the lid. They've gotten in my way. They haven't been used in a month. I'm okay throwing it away. That one I'll throw away because it was broken. But the other ones that I have, I'll find someone who can use them. I have several friends who like lids, and if one of theirs happens to break, then having a couple backups would be nice. So I can do that for them. Okay, let's see. This is empty. Gadget. Okay, a couple pieces of wood that are just sitting here. I can go take those out back. I have a couple projects we can do for those. Okay, pup toys. This is out here. Okay. Puppies. Another piece of wood. Actually, cable. Okay. Mama?
Mama, guess what AJ did?
What did AJ do?
AJ hurted me.
Oh, did he hurt you?
He threw something at me. My arm. And then he hurted me on the 4 on my 2 fingers.
I'm sorry, babe. Let me see. All better? Okay. I'm almost done cleaning. When I'm all done, I'll come get you, okay? Do you want to stay with me? I'm doing a video. Do you want to say hi?
I want to watch YouTube on the computer.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Actually, this is going to be a perfect tap bucket, seeing as how my basket's overflowing. So I can just breathe.
Hi.
I'm sure some of you guys have heard of the container theory. I don't think it started with Dawn, the minimal mom. It started off with another YouTuber. I don't know, I don't remember her name, but I will give credit where I heard it from, Dawn. And she has a video on that, and she has the link for the person who actually created it. But with the container theory, these are not contained, and this isn't something that I can get rid of on my own because you never declutter someone else's things. So I'm going to put it into a bigger container to free this one up for something that I want. There we go. Or something more beneficial for the use of the home. And now it is nicely contained, no more spilling over. Actually, camera lens can go into cup holder. There we are.
Surprises. With our tuition guarantee, you won't get any. Fixed affordable tuition. No surprises.
Here, I don't know where to put it, so put it there. Garage door opener and painting for my kids. Okay, so this is where we keep our dog toys, also extra seating if we need it, but that's there, everything's good. This is stuff, music things that are my husband's that I can't really do anything with. So unfortunately I have to leave it there. I have an AC unit which will also be going upstairs, which I can't, I'm sure I could do on my own. Give me a second. I don't normally do heavy lifting. I don't normally like to do a lot of heavy lifting. I let my husband do that. I like to remain the very feminine one, dependent on my husband. That's how we like it. So I would normally ask him to do that, but he's outside taking care of a couple of our dogs, so I can do that for him because I'm not totally, I don't know, useless isn't the right word. Not totally dependent on his upper body strength. I can do this. Oh, there we go. Excuse me, Pop. good enough.
It's not.
How am I doing on time? I think I have a little bit longer left. The table I will have to sort out later, but I'm very happy with how this is looking, much nicer. Along there is clean, the floor is clean. Just gonna finish sweeping it up. I have my mop bucket already. Just gonna do a quick mop of the floors and then we'll call it a day. Just gonna do one last sweep for a couple of the areas that I just cleaned up. Oh, look. More cables and a hanger. Well, a cable. There we go. No, Jake. Stinker. Excuse me, buddy. Okay. Lots of dog hair. Okay. There it is.
Take down.
This works much better. So even though I just swept, I still have another entire thing to throw out. Okay. Oops. I can move this out. We have my mop bucket already. Now we took the carpet up in here, I want to say this spring, and we just haven't put new flooring down yet. But what was under the carpet was laminate. So I can just mop right over this and call it a day. I have a fan here to help dry it up. And after this is all dry, you know, it's best to sweep over it again, just because we do have dogs. A lot of dog hair that comes in. And it really doesn't take too terribly long to get your home feeling better. You just have to start and keep tackling a new project. Finding the motivation isn't always easy though. Excuse me. Now, I've said it several times in other videos that I would love for you guys to find these motivating, inspirational. I try and keep them, as real as possible so that you don't feel embarrassed or overwhelmed or, oh, my house doesn't look like that, it'll never look like that. Do something to feel good about yourself. And if I can provide a little bit of inspiration, then thank you. Right now we have our office in here. And so I might tackle that tomorrow because it's a separate part of the living room. This filled up a garbage can. Start drying the floors.
Thank you so much, Mayor. Now what competition is that? Let's go take a look.
Hey, Jake. No.
What do you guys remember?
Good boy. We're gonna make it fall on you, buddy. Okay. Last little bit. Now, we have used this swiffer before for mopping. You've seen me clean my living room before. I used a carpet cleaner. We found that this mop works really, really well because it cleans well. We can remove the mop head, we can wash it, we can replace it, we can wring it out. It just does a really, really good job at cleaning up pet dirt from coming in and out of the house. We have a very, very sandy jar. There we go. Oh, this is hot. So there you have it. We have a nice, clean-ish living room in about half an hour. Much better, right? That's clean. It's clean. Over there is tidy. The only spot left to clean is the table. But that is, ooh, sorry. That is all stuff that I know I need to get to. That's stuff that I know has to be picked up and put away. That's where we eat dinner right now. It's where my kids do their homework. So it has to get cleaned up in order for my family to function. Right now, that is my hot spot. So I can set a 2-minute timer, clean that up, no problem. But that is a different task for the day. So for a clean living room, check. Floors, check. I didn't get to do the windows like I wanted, but that's okay because I still have all week to do it. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.